I forgot to post a video on my YouTube channel for Christmas Day, but I did a cover anyway, and I'll show you what I got for Christmas. Ding! Yes. Hello once again, YouTube. Welcome to another video. It is yours truly, Robert Lewis. See, I said I was back, and I am back on my YouTube channel talking to you about shit that no one cares about except for like 22 people, but that's neither here nor there. Imagine if I got 4K views. I got 4K views once. I deleted that blooming video though, because I was embarrassed about it, you know. Oh, come on. There you go. Sorry. Okay. Yep. It's been and gone. Happy Boxing Day and a belated happy Merry Christmas to you all from the Knights of Awesomeness YouTube channel. Okay. I'm just trying to sort out something right now. Okay. It's yours truly, Robert Lewis, and I am here with another YouTube video. Yay! It's an unboxing video. It's the day after Christmas, you know. So, yeah, take that as you will. But yes, Christmas time has come and passed. Oh, it's Boxing Day. So now time to have a look at some of the blooming stuff I got for Christmas. First up, what I was trying to sort out, the Yellow Submarine soundtrack by the Beatles. This is my first Beatles compilation album. It has all the songs from Yellow Submarine, and it's a pretty well mixed album apparently. You got, now, for a compilation album, usually I don't go for compilation albums. I only got like 2 compilation albums, which I think is less than 1% of my collection. Maybe 3, possibly, but not that many compared to the amount that I have in my collection. So, yeah. And this has some songs that I don't have on vinyl. Like, I don't have Only a Northern Song. It's All Too Much, Hey Bulldog, All Together Now. Those songs, you know. Hey Bulldog's a classic, you know. That guitar riff, really just that blues-like riff, you know. It's just really cool. And the fact that the bass, the guitar, and the piano are all playing that riff is pretty cool, you know. They're all in sync. You know, you got fantastic bass playing by Paul. I know this isn't a review. Ringo is steady drummer as usual. Interesting lyrics that sound like they're about Lennon trying to comfort some outcast, but then at the end you just get an energy. You get like Paul and John doing some ad-libbing and going all crazy on it, and Paul just goes full dog mode on this, and then that made it turn into Hey Bulldog. All Together Now is a fun song, you know. You know what fun is? Fun's fun. I like fun, you know. Of course. And then you got Only a Northern Song, which is okay. I mean, it's a bit weird, isn't it? But I do like It's All Too Much. It's one of my it's also another underrated Beatles song, and it also closes the film, you know. So yeah, I mean, you got Yellow Submarine, you got Eleanor Rigby, you got Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, All You Need Is Love, When I'm 64, Nowhere Man. But then you also got some weird choices like Baby You're a Rich Man, Think for Yourself, and Love You Too. Two very obscure songs. Now, Baby You're a Rich Man is really good. It's got some sweet bass on it. Very trebly bass on that. And you got that weird, like, Mellotron sound. It sounds very, very, like, weird. Some mild guitaring there. You can kind of hear it with a chorus like, Baby, you're a rich man. Baby, you're a rich man. Baby, you're a rich man too. You keep all your money in a big brown bag inside a zoo. What a thing to do. You know, that chorus. Very, very good chorus. But yeah, it's also quite overlooked in the Beatles canon, but that goes to show how many good songs they had, you know. Think for Yourself. The bass guitar acts more like a lead guitar than the actual guitar on it, which is interesting considering it's being played by Paul and not George. You know, who's basically it's about like people that are like it's about politicians basically being all evil and not believing in peace and shit. But yeah, Love You Too. It's also a George song. There's quite a lot of George songs on this, which I quite like, you know. You know, it's great, you know. Of course, it's just a fun album. Of course, we all know Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, a good rocker, with a little help from my friends, great like, fucking pop songs. I mean, Yellow Submarine, the title track, it's a fun Ringo tune, you know. Eleanor Rigby, or Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, which is most definitely not about drugs. It's a good compilation album of their middle period of the 65 to the 67 period of the Beatles, even though it was released in 68. Well, I guess this does count. That does make it as a... Though it does have a bit of a shit cover, doesn't it, compared to the original Yellow Submarine like soundtrack album, which has a much better cover. But this basically has everything you need from that, so I'm not really concerned. And also, it is surprisingly well mixed. It's a well mixed album. You can hear all the eccentricities. But then, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, it's worth it for that painting, isn't it? That cover, that inner sleeve, right? Yeah. So yeah, overall not a bad catch. Let's be honest. So it is a bit glossy, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, gloss stains. Who cares? Anyway, next up, I got Cybermen. Yeah, Cybermen. And it's mostly cyber leaders, I believe. Basically, Cybermen we have is the cyber leader from blooming Revenge of the Cybermen. Or focus on him. Seems to not be focusing on it. It's quite nicely sculpted anyway. It's quite nice sculpt. And then you got the cyber leader, the real cyber leader in my opinion, from Earthshock. Yeah, pretty cool, isn't he? Yeah, though he does look a little bit weird with his left arm. Don't know why his left arm is in that position, but okay. Yeah. Then we have another cyber leader from Silver Nemesis. So, weirdly enough, of course, it's the same actor who played the cyber leader, so technically it's the same cyber leader. God, it's not focusing on it. I hate this. But you can kind of make out the details anyway. Yeah. And the cyber, and then we kind of deviate from all the cyber leaders to have the cyber controller from Rise of the Cybermen and Age of Steel. Interesting choice. Well, these figurines are really lovely. They are. For some unknown reason, though, unknown to most of humanity, this cyber leader and this cyber leader are called Cyberman. They're called Cyberman instead of Cyber Leader, which they're obviously cyber leaders because they have black handles. If they didn't have black handles, you wouldn't count them as cyber leaders. But this, outside of that, this is a good special issue of Doctor Who, of the Doctor Who figurine collection, you know? Packs a lot of details on the Cybermen, you know? These are low down on the cyber controller. Yeah. Got the cyber leader from Revenge of the Cybermen, one of the worst Doctor Who stories ever made. It's so cheap and so low budget that it's just laughable. Like, it's more low budget than Doctor Who usually is. And of course, you got and the best Cyberman story in the classic series, Earthshock, or Tomb of the Cybermen, or The Invasion. I don't know which one's the better one, but yeah, interesting. It's quite good. I quite like these figurines, you know, in my figurine collection, which I don't know what happened to the rest of them, but hey ho, let's go. Hey, oh, let's go. Hey, you know, it's an easy way of collecting them, you know. Speaking of collecting, I got some more action figures. Here we go. I got Shade Vizsla from Star Wars The Old Republic role-playing game. I do quite enjoy her design, you know. Actually, I think it's the first 3.75-inch Star Wars action figure that is a woman that I have, which is weird, but I mean, some of the stormtroopers could count as women, you know, you never know. So, but this is confirmed to be a woman, so yeah. Very good sculpting. This is in fact a reissue. She's now got face print technology on her, so it's a little bit more nicer, you know. So thought I would mix it up, you know, with my Star Wars collection. Oh, I can't. And she is VC101. Believe it or not. And then over here, from the Force Unleashed, which for some reason this stormtrooper gets the Force Unleashed logo, but the Shade Vizsla just gets the Expanded Universe logo, which is kind of unfortunate. Anyway, Stormtrooper Commander from the Force Unleashed. And no, it is not a... I mean, it could be a 501st Clone Trooper in the video game, but they don't call them 501st Stormtroopers. They are called Stormtrooper Commanders. And yes, This is the first one we've had since the 30th anniversary collection. So yeah, I'm quite excited. He's in a wave with a heavy assault stormtrooper from Fallen Order, which is a good game. And I'm thinking again that Stormtrooper because that Stormtrooper looks very nice and I need more Stormtroopers in my collection, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm quite happy with them. I would like to unbox them, but it's a very delicate task. I do particularly love the artwork on both of them. They've been, especially Shay Vizsla. She looks very beautiful with that artwork. Excuse me, simping for Shay Vizsla. But you also got Stormtrooper Commander on Felucia, who also looks quite nice. I don't know if it's a male or female. I mean, if it's a clone trooper, then it's definitely a male, you know. But if it's not, it could be a male, could be a female, you know. So yeah, I'm posing for the thumbnail. There you go. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Anyway, oh shit, we had a trailer for the new 60th anniversary of Doctor Who. Might as well give my thoughts on it. I'm actually kind of excited. We've seen the same fucking footage of Shitty Galwat as the 15th Doctor. 15th Doctor. He's the 14th. They announced him as being the 14th. Tennant seems to be having, like, the same mannerisms as 10. Like, come on. It's 10. It's not the 14th Doctor. He's not a completely different Doctor. If you're going to include David Tennant as the 14th Doctor, then surely you should include Tom Baker as like, on the picture of all the Doctors, you know, that they did for the promotion and all things. You gotta include the War Doctor, and if you include the Fugitive Doctor and this new 14th Doctor, you gotta include blooming Tom Baker as the curator, Colin Baker as the curator, because that happened, because he regenerated into the 6th Doctor in Big Finish. Yeah, spoiler alert. I mean, you can find the Big Finish box set with his face on there. But yeah, the curator regenerated into Colin Baker. Yes, so yeah. And the War Doctor, and hell, whilst you're at it, do the other Doctors, you know, the Unbound Doctors. David Warner, I mean, R.I.P. David Warner. We'll miss you a lot, David Warner. And Rowan Atkinson, Hugh Grant. Hugh Grant as the Doctor, yeah. Lady, the 13th Doctor, who happened to be blonde and a lady in The Curse of Fatal Death. Peter Cushing's movie Doctor Who, not Doctor, Lenny Henry's Doctor from that one skit that he did, making him the first black Doctor before Joe Martin or Shitty Galwat. Yeah, Lenny Henry did it first. You hear me? And then what else? I don't think there's any other Doctors we can include. The one Doctor that gave me a medical examination a few weeks ago. Anyway, it's fun. David Tennant slipped back into the role of the Doctor like nothing's happened. He's natural. He's doing all the things that he did. You got Sylvia, you got Donna, you got Donna's husband, you got Donna's daughter, which she named Rose, which is very fucking confusing because every time somebody says Rose now, I'm like, wait, do you mean Rose Temple or Rose Tyler? Like, come on. I know, like, there's, like, Kylo Ren is also called Ben. So, yeah, that kind of makes sense. And she couldn't necessarily call her... Oh! Anyway, how would Donna know about Rose since, like, you know, if she remembers the Doctor and his companions and his adventures, her brain would fucking melt. But yes, Beep the Meep is back from the comics. You also have, like, alien invasions as well. The Celestial Toy Maker is back, you know. From Classic Who. He looks completely different. He doesn't have the Mandarin garb, and he's played by a completely different actor that's not even British. He's played by an American. This is the first main villain played by an American instead of a British actor. We haven't seen this before, have we? I mean, American actors have starred in Doctor Who plenty of times. But yeah, it's exciting, you know? It's an exciting time. Beep the Meep looks kind of Baby Yoda-ish, and everybody's going to think, oh, isn't he cute? And then he's going to turn out to be the villain. Because we all know he's a villain, but the general public doesn't know that. So it's going to be a surprise for people. And also, believe it or not, Doctor Who is on #1 in trending. Doctor Who! #1 and trending on this very website, YouTube. What the fuck is happening? It's back! My love for this quirky science fiction show is not been in vain. It is... We're gonna see a resurgence in Doctor Who. I think it's about goddamn time, you know. People are gonna get into Doctor Who. Shitty Gawat is gonna convince everybody that, because Russell T Davies probably knew that there would be people who would be apprehensive about this new era of Doctor Who, you know. So he's probably gonna win them over, you know. And they're gonna find out, oh yeah, because of all the years of abuse from Chibnall. Chibnall has ruined their perception of Doctor Who as a brand, you know. They can't see Doctor Who as anything good. So yeah, it's interesting. You know, I'm excited. And I hope you enjoyed this Boxing Day special with yours truly, Robert Lewis. I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.